welcome to my full moon readathon TBR. My name is Sasha. This is Sasha Reads. Let's get into it. If you don't know what the full moon readathon is, it is a readathon created by Jen over at readathon. I think this is her 3rd or 4th year running now, which is very exciting. It's only going for a week this time, and I've got 5 books on my TBR, so I'm kind of nervous, but I'm very excited. The prompts are very creative, and I just love her mind so much. It's one of the readathons that I'm always so excited to participate in, so I always try to do it. Last year it was 2 weeks long, and I had 2 vlogs, and I found my favorite book of the year. I found a lot of my top books in that readathon last year, so I'm hoping I'm going to be finding some good ones this week as well. Now, I know Jan didn't do this on purpose, but it is running over my birthday, so it's a little birthday present to me. I'm very excited. I do turn 30 on Sunday, the 17th, and I find that insane. But the readathon does go from the 13th to the 20th, I believe. Yeah, let's get into it. So, full moon readathon, you have to collect all of the character cards. There's 4 cards, and there's 2 reading prompts for each card, and then 1 activity prompt. I think when she started off, you got to start from the quarter moon, half moon, and then do the activity prompt, and then you've collected all, but she doesn't really care what order you do it in. I am doubling up because I don't think I can read 8 books in 1 week. But I think I can read 5, whatever. So for the Grim Reaper card, the first prompt is read a book you could use as a weapon. So 400 plus pages. And I'll be reading This Fatal Kiss by Alicia Jasinska. Also, side note, most books on this TBR will all be ARCs because I'm also participating in ARC August, which is a readathon created by Vanessa over at Reading with Dr. B. Trying to, do a double whammy this week. But yes, the first book, This Fatal Kiss, it says is perfect for readers who crave a rom-com that is set in a haunted spa town where a ghostly water nymph must broker both kisses and rival hearts with the very witch-descended boy sworn to exorcise her. So it's given enemies to lovers. I believe it is poly as well, and it's very I think it's Swedish or maybe Norfolk inspired fantasy. Either way, I was sent an ARC for this last year, so this actually is gonna go for my Bring a Book Back to Life prompt, a book you've had on your TBR for over a year. So This Fatal Kiss is going to be working for both. The next prompt for the Grim Reaper involves death, and I will be reading Deadstream by Ma Romasco Moore. This is another ARC that received earlier this year. Perfect for the reader who craves rear window style lock-in thriller that weaponizes the parasocial intimacy of live streaming culture, forcing an agoraphobic teen to confront both a viral door-demanding entity and her own guilt-walled bedroom. So this is for fans of The Ring, the scary movie, which I read a book inspired that movie last year and I fell in love with it. So I'm excited to read another horror focusing on live streaming, Ring style, just watching horror movie demons just get with the times, change how they possess or creep people out is just so scary to me. So I love that. I'm very excited for this book. And then the activity prompt for the Grim Reaper is be dead for a while, aka take a nap, which I am very excited to do. Now for the spider character card, we have a creepy book. I'm going to be reading The Mean Ones by Tatiana Schlott-Bonn, who was actually the author that I read of the Ring-inspired horror book last year. I love this cover so much. I think I'm the only one. I don't know, everyone thinks it's really creepy, but I think this cover is beautiful. And I only just realized that those are hands coming out of her eyes. I literally thought they were antlers for so long. It says The Mean Ones is perfect for readers who relish watching a traumatized woman's buried identity claw its way back to the surface through whispering corpses and an ominously solicitous inner voice and a deceptively gentle boyfriend whose sudden eagerness for a remote cabin weekend may finally force her to confront the slaughter she once survived. That sounds creepy. That sounds really good, and thank you so much to the author for offering me an arc. I'm very excited. The next prompt is an 8 book. It could be an 8-word title, 8-letter title. There could be 8 books in the series, anything that has to do with the number 8. So I will be reading, and I am trying very hard to make this work, City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards. Now you're like, City of Gods and Monsters, it's only 5 words. You are right. But then the series title is called House of Devils. So 5 plus 3 is 8. Math. I was going to say spelling is fun, but no, that's math. I don't know if there's a Taylor Swift math reference. Anyway, this book, I said I would read this book. I mean, I was going to read it this year anyway, but I said I'll definitely read it in August if the person who recommended it to me, which is Sarah, the lovely Sarah, she's a book gremlin. We just have very similar taste, and so I know I'm going to love this book because she read it last year because of me. I've never read this book. She read it because of my Read 30 by 30 video, which I have completely failed that challenge, by the way. But I'm going to read this book because she told me to. And then also last month, I'm like, if you read another book by Friday, I will read City of Gods and Monsters for you. Like another book I haven't even read. I just wanted to know if I should pick it up. I love her. She reads really fast. You should all go follow her. She's on Instagram. I'll link her down below. Anyway, I'm going to read this. It's giving Crescent City vibes, like the urban fantasy and the whole, I think there's like a police like murder mystery thing happening too. I don't know. Let's see what it says. Perfect for a reader who hungers for a dark, medium burn urban fantasy where an ordinary human woman must bargain with the city's most lethal dark slayer to rescue her best friend, forcing both hunter and hunted to confront the monstrous secrets that thrive beneath a city built by and for supernatural predators. This book was actually also chosen by my Instagram followers for a book with an ugly cover, but with an intriguing premise, which is the first prompt in the Goblin character card. I don't think it's ugly. I did not like choosing a book for this prompt. That's why I made my Instagram followers do it, because I didn't want to call any book ugly. So I'll be reading it for that. I'll also be reading it for the first prompt in the zombie character card, which is slow burn / pace. This is a 760 page book. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty slow paced. If not, that's fine. I'll use something else. But anyway, so yes, I'm using this book for 3 different prompts because it is so huge. I do have the audio for it though, so I'm very excited to listen to it. So yes, for the zombie character card, I'm going to be using City of Gods and Monsters for slow burn and this Fatal Kiss for bring a book back to life. The activity prompt is use your brain. So like a puzzle or a game. I'll figure something out for that. I kind of really, everyone is talking about the new Switch 2. I don't want the Switch 2. I just want a Switch Lite. I want a handheld thing. And the one we did have was my son's and he broke it. So he's not getting another one, but Mama wants one. So I'm thinking of possibly getting my own. I'll maybe play Pokemon Go. I mean, I might play Pokemon. I might get the new Animal Crossing. I know I've never played Animal Crossing. We'll figure it out. Oh, I forgot to say the activity prompt for the spider character card is capture something in your web. So treat yourself. I'm very excited for that. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Well, look, my birthday. I'm going to be treating myself all day long. All right, now for the Goblin character card, I already said prompt 1 was ugly cover, intriguing premise. Prompt 2 is trickster. So we'll probably have a plot twist, and I will be reading Slashed Beauties by A. Rushby. This is an arc that I received in the mail from the publisher last week, and I'm very excited for it. Thank you so much to Alan and Unwin for that. But Slashed Beauties is for readers who crave a dual-era feminist revenge story where bewitched wax courtesans who stalk them are tormentors. They'll savor how the book braids the 1763 origins of anatomical Venuses with a present-day antique dealer's frantic quest to destroy them before they destroy her. Yeah, it's about these wax figurines coming to life and killing the men who have wronged them, which sounds so up my alley, so I'm very excited for that. And then the activity prompt for the goblin is House Goblin. Check one thing off your to-do list, which I'm very excited for that. So yes, those are the 5 books that I'll be reading for the full moon readathon this week. Let me know down below, are you participating? What are you reading? Out of any of these books, which one do you think is the ugliest cover? If you did get to the end of this video but you don't know what to say but you want to say something, put the... Is there a zombie emoji? I know, put either like a Grim Reaper emoji, Goblin emoji, Spider emoji, or zombie emoji for the character prompts this round. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos by me. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. You can also find me on Goodreads, Instagram, Storygraph, and TikTok. It's all just at @sashreads. TikTok, there is that extra S on the end. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye.